Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Weekly Trash Talk, Episode 2. Not that much has gone on, but I did wanted to save a few of those other topics maybe for next week, like Hogwarts Legacy and stuff like that. Because I'm planning on getting Hogwarts Legacy until if I see the reviews and I see if it performs really well, I probably will get it day one, because that game looks a lot of fun. And of course, I'm interested in Harry Potter. I'm not like a super fan, but I am still like the world and everything about Harry Potter. So that's going to be very exciting. But other than that, I wanted to make this a little bit shorter, but really go into depth and stuff with a lot of stuff that went on. First of all, we're going to be talking about WoW and also the Forspoken, the epic failed, and you know what could have been, what should have been, and stuff like that. My thoughts and some of the things that if they were to do, could make that game a bigger improvement. But unfortunately, that didn't pan out so well. Hi-Fi Rush is a huge success, and of course, the Sony ponies are talking a lot of shit about it, dumbing it down and all that shit. We'll check out the Metacritic scores because I know all those Sony ponies now they're trying to change the goalpost that, oh, Metacritic score doesn't matter. It does matter here. It doesn't matter here. Look, Xbox got a W, but we'll talk more about that later. And finally, to wrap things up, we are going to be talking about Far Cry 7, my thoughts and my opinion and how I feel, and hopefully what are they actually going to do. Hopefully Far Cry 7 can go back to its roots and not keep making like Far Cry 6. We'll talk about that and making some comparisons. So let's get started right now with the weekly roundup. And if you do like it and you do enjoy, make sure you subscribe and also like and share this video. I really do appreciate that, for real. I really, really do. But without further ado, let's get started with this. First off, we're going to start off with WoW, with their the relationship between Blizzard and WoW and all their franchises, from StarCraft, Warcraft. I think is it StarCraft and Warcraft, and also all their other Blizzard Entertainment stuff. I believe that is going offline in China. If you haven't been following, well, millions of Chinese lost their access to World of Warcraft and other hit games as well, which that is definitely a hit because NetEase didn't like finalize or pan out a deal with this. And I'm reading this from CNN Business. Yeah, so NetEase is like kind of like, they both, these are both corporations. Of course, I really don't shed a tears, but the only ones that's really hurting is the gamers out there that cannot play any of these games, so they lost access. It does suck because, again, I mean, I do follow closely what China is doing as a whole, and not in just in terms of gaming, but other stuff as well. What's going on over there, and it's not looking too hot, because, like, again, this guy is supposedly promised that China will go back to its glory days, right? The glory days, but they're not. All their dreams and everything else is just crumbling all around, and that's just due to the COVID-19 situation, other factors, people getting hurt, the lockdown situation over there, which is fucking absolutely stupid. It doesn't make any sense. And also on top of it, I don't know why they can't just come up with a vaccine or something to try to combat the coronavirus over there, but that hasn't been done. And they talking about zero COVID and everybody's trapped and locked down. It's pretty bad over there. Okay, they're not making money. Things are crumbling. People in China do want to leave and go to America, go to another country. It's crazy over there, and now it's just another slap on a layer on top for the younger generation of Chinese citizens over there, that are also facing this as well, which now they don't have access to any of those games. Whew. Hey, because NetEase is greedy and all that stuff. They really are greedy, so they didn't come to like a terms or agreement. And then you can see right here, which if you read this article right here, which is I found this article from the China Project. And if you go and read down here and read all this stuff, it will talk about like how like they're pretty much NetEase is throwing Activision and Blizzard under the bus, saying, "Oh, they are a jerk. They're making bad deals. Blah 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 blah. We wanted them, but they won't budge." So on and so forth, and then it released to the results of they have once this thing didn't came to agreement and stuff like that, and they start throwing shade at them. NetEase are disassembling one of the water warcraft, like I don't know whether this is an axe and stuff like that. They're disassembling it, they're destroying it, taking it all apart. Other places are also kind of calling Activision kind of a bitch, dishonoring them in culture, whatever, pretty much in their Chinese language or whatever, they basically calling them whatever. It's crazy. So pretty much other places are doing shit like green tea, or I don't know how that goes, but they're doing it. And this is a whole story right here. If you want to read about this, you can come down here and read it. But yeah, it's kind of crazy, which with this whole situation. Like again, I don't feel bad or pity about any of these corporations because they're making money regardless, hands over fists. It's just the players like me and everybody else out there will be getting hurt. So, it kind of sucks, but what can you really do? I don't know what they can do. I don't know. They got a VPN or something. Maybe they can go make an American account or a Japanese account and still play their games and stuff. I'm not sure how or what they can do, but hopefully they can find a way to do it to keep continuing to play some games. But this is unfortunate. If they don't know how, then they're pretty much in the dark. And you already know how Chinese goes. They always cover up stuff, keep a lot of secrets. But I don't think it's not going to get any better from here. So, hopefully they can just like get the fuck out of the country while you still can, Get out of there while you still can. Don't go back. It's not good over there because, I guess like Xi Jinping definitely is adding up a lot of karma. A lot of karma is coming back at Xi Jinping and the rest of the country as a whole, and it's not the citizens' fault. It's basically is one man is doing it, is paying the price for everyone else, so everyone else is suffering. So, man, it's crazy, but hopefully, I don't know. Maybe the relationship is officially over. They're not gonna get back together. So they're actively looking to find another host. Either according to Blizzard, that they are actively trying to find another host to have the players to continue on and stuff and keep playing and stuff. But who knows? Who knows? And another thing to talk about on with the WoW situation and Activision and Blizzard is the fact that I guess one of the lead dev left the company because of the fact that it's a staffing policy to kind of portray them and stuff like that. I'm guessing like like there's a certain policy within Blizzard or any corporation that matter, but this policy you have to have like either 5% of bad employees in order for you to meet quota. So basically, if everyone at the job is putting 100% effort and everyone works and everybody does their job, everybody should get a raise. And that's perfectly fine. In a perfect world, that should be a-okay because everybody putting in the work. However, when we're talking about Activision and Blizzard, their policy is that you can't make everyone in your job or your workplace they're doing 100%. You have to put this person down, you got to put this person down, and it just leads to like very toxic workplace competition, which it doesn't make any sense. We're talking about video games, we're talking about actual products that needs to be made, all hands needs to be on deck. But I'm gonna let Young Yer explain, and he'll kind of like tell us from the beginning. We're not watching his whole video, but he's just gonna tell us a little bit of his part.
A few days ago, I made a video about this article titled Blizzard Manager Departs in Protest of Employee Ranking System from Bloomberg that detailed something that happened to one Brian Birmingham, former co-lead developer of World of Warcraft Classic. He was recently fired from Blizzard because he refused to partake in what's called a stack ranking system that was implemented back in 2021. It essentially involves managers being forced to give roughly 5% of employees a poor grade. And that's even if everyone happened to perform to standard. Even if everyone did well, 5% of those employees have to be screwed over and be given an artificially lower grade to meet corporate quotas. And that is something that Brian Birmingham wasn't willing to stand by, because employees who are given poor evaluations, they essentially have a lower chance of being promoted or getting raises. And also,
That's crazy. Hold on, let's rewind that part a little bit. I do apologize. I guess my headphones is picking up from the microphone, which I didn't mean to, but I'm gonna just replay it again. I do apologize for that.
a few days ago, I made a video about this article titled Blizzard Manager Departs in Protest of Employee Ranking System from Bloomberg that detailed something that happened to one Brian Birmingham, former co-lead developer of World of Warcraft Classic. He was recently fired from Blizzard because he refused to partake in what's called a stack ranking system that was implemented back in 2021. It essentially involves managers being forced to give roughly 5% of employees a poor grade. And that's even if everyone happened to perform to standard. Even if everyone did well, 5% of those employees have to be screwed over and be given an artificially lower grade to meet corporate quotas.
That is disgusting. Like, if everyone in the job was working hard and did what they had to do, that's great for like other corporation, but for this one, they're just saying like, yeah, no, we can't make everyone good. You have to pick and choose the bad, pick and choose one employee, two, three, whatever, 5% of bad, whatever, to meet that quota, which is fucking ridiculous. It's stupid. And this should not belong in no work fucking place. I don't know what kind of fucking policy is that. The policy should be all hands is on fucking deck. Everyone's working, everybody's doing a good job, we all get raises. If we did poor and we meet stuff, we may not get the amount of raises or bonuses that we need. That's together as a whole inside of that, studio, department, no matter what department, that's the whole goal should be. Everyone should be working as hard, working together, getting stuff done to make sure that the product is good, it works, and it's not fucking broken when it's like about to be released and stuff. That's how it should be. I don't know why the fuck, when everyone does their job, everyone puts 100%, that should be great. You should reward every employee from top to bottom in every department, whether it's sound department, graphics department, audio engineering department. It doesn't matter whatever department it is. That building as a whole should be rewarded towards the reflection of what they have done and put out. And that's how the policy should be working. Because when you work on a game, everybody is on deck. Just like if I go to a job and working on a line operator, right? That's where I work. No matter if it's one person, two people, three people, everyone is on hands on deck. Because we all have to play a part in order to meet certain criteria, and everybody is doing what they're supposed to do, things are running smoothly, okay? We make the part, they the ones who cut it up and measure it and test it, they put it in the box, and the person going to be packaging it, ready for on the pallet, and the person that's doing the shipping and stuff is going to put it onto the truck. That's how that's everyone should be rewarded for that, because we all play a part and making sure that a product is going to be done and finished, and also be checked and make sure its quality is good quality. Okay, when you work in the health industry, right, and you work for like the medical hospital, because I have done certain stuff for the COVID-19, right? For the pandemic, right? We make filters and stuff like that, or blood transfusion filters, or we have done filters for like the soda machines and stuff like that, like beverages, like the fountain stuff. We make those filters, you know what I'm saying? We do, right? And so, right, all hands is on deck because everyone has to play a part in a role to meet that, you know, that goal or that standard or that quality criteria. So everyone should get rewarded. We all got raises. We all got, everyone does because we all put in the work. I don't understand what the fuck is Activision and Blizzard is smoking, because basically this is Bobby Kotick's fault, and he needs to be turning around and changing that fucking policy ASAP. But soon anyway, he says he's about to be out the door anyway. So soon as this fucking deal is over with, the faster that motherfucker is gonna get the fuck out. And don't hire that motherfucker in other jobs, please don't, because he's gonna ruin your fucking product.
And that is something that Brian Birmingham wasn't willing to stand by, because employees who are given poor evaluations, they essentially have a lower chance of being promoted or getting raises, and it also means they get less bonus money. So Brian demanded that this requirement be revoked because, quote, it encourages competition between employees, sabotage of one another's work, a desire for people to find low-performing teams that they can be the best performing worker on, and ultimately erodes trust and destroys creativity. If this system is
Exactly. It erodes trust and creativity, and it just pisses off people a lot in the fucking job. It really does. It's just gonna make people say, why should I work here? I could be working somewhere else, or just start my own fucking studio. You know what I'm saying? At that fucking point, you know? It's pretty much getting towards that point, and now it's getting even more harder to even find or hire people to work on these games and stuff, because they're brand new coming in there. So they're not up to speed or up to the senior or mid-level, you know, people that been there for a while, designer wise, is not going to be up on that pace. So if you got good people now that are serving you and doing this, and everyone doing a good job, just fucking reward everyone. You're making billions of fucking dollars and millions and trillions of fucking dollars. Even if you don't have a you know, you shut down a server out in China, that doesn't mean the money stopped rolling in. You're still making money regardless. You're still making millions of dollars. You're still getting player base well over, above and beyond any other fucking player base. So it's like, you know, the money is keep rolling in. So I don't see what is so fucking difficult to just pay these fucking people, everyone the same, you know, whatever. Just say, hey, here's the raise, here's what everybody's gonna get paid. We successfully did it, we're moving up, you know. And I think everyone will be fucking happy, even if it was like $1 raise or 50 cent raise, like a little bit more. That's totally fine. That's great. That's going to give them more incentive to keep on working, to say, hey, next year we're going to get more bonuses and stuff. We're going to keep working hard so I can get another quarter raise, another 50 cent more, you know, whatever, to kind of boost them up, to say, you know. And I'm glad that that person took a stand at it and said, look, man, I'm out of here, you know, like. But they fucking fired him. But he is taking a stand saying, look, man, I want to reverse this policy. It's ridiculous, because, you know, he doesn't want to call one of his employees that he knows very well, he done a great, excellent fucking job, and then tell him like, oh yeah, you did some really bad performance, you know, whatever. It's just, you know what that policy is? That policy is fucking discrimination. I said it. It's fucking discrimination. It is discriminating fucking employees that are actually doing their fucking job and working and making a game and making the product and making sure that this product is fully fucking done. And then you bringing them in the office knowing that he did a job all fucking year long, and you're discriminating him by saying, oh, well, you didn't do this good, you didn't do that. The fuck are you talking about? He did his fucking job. He tested out the game, whatever department he is, whether it's audio, game tester, it doesn't fucking matter. He did his damn job. That's like, I can even go so far as down to the fucking janitor at the fucking Blizzard office. You can't just call the janitor, into the fucking office and say, yo, you didn't do a good job cleaning up the bathroom, like it's fucking retarded. He does his fucking job every day. Everybody will held accountable for that because everybody in the Blizzard office will know and see the janitor and say, oh yeah, he's doing his job. He cleans up the bathroom really well. He fills up this. He does this. Like, you know, he does the floors. He did the trash and shit. He did a really great job all fucking year long, you know, even during the pandemic. Even after the pandemic, he did an excellent fucking job, and you're gonna call him in and say he's doing a piss poor job? At that point, you're fucking discriminating at that fucking point. Like, what the fuck? You know? This is no time to be fucking at. Look, this year, wait, last year and the year before that, it was fucking crazy, right? But 2023 on forward, we're not playing this fucking game bullshit of you just gonna release a half-ass product and expect like, oh yo, people gonna clap their hands, stomp their feet, and they're gonna be so happy to just, here you go, here's some money and shit. That ain't gonna fucking happen in 2023. People are holding on to their fucking money. People are looking at these fucking games and these products and saying, is it worth my money to give them? Is it worth spending my money and my time giving it to them? You know, that's what it is going to be now from 2023 on forward. That's how it's going to be. Inflation is still a thing. This is still a thing. Rent, all this shit is still a thing. That's real shit. Gaming is not an essential. That's just a luxury. It's a luxury thing. But let me fucking tell you something. If it's such a fucking luxury, right? If it's that much of a fucking luxury, you better fucking make sure that that fucking product is damn near good. Cause I tell you one thing, cause if it ain't fucking good, I ain't gonna fucking pay for it. And if you creating an environment inside of your own fucking studio, that makes me feel like shit. I don't want to fucking buy your product or be subscribed to your shit. Because I don't want fucking employees to be pitting against each other inside of a fucking building that they're putting their time and fucking effort to make for me to enjoy, and then it comes out like garbage. Then it was, what the fuck is the point of paying the subscription service if you're giving me a garbage ass product? I want everybody in that building all hands on deck doing their fucking job. Not fucking pitting against each other for fucking raises and shit. Pay everyone. You are a $1 billion fucking company. You are well can cover every fucking employee. If you can't do 50-cent raises, do 25-cent raise. That's fine. Any little bit, a 25-cent raise and whatever extra Christmas bonus you give them to the end, whether it's like, here's an extra, I don't know, let's say, you know, $800 more on top of your paycheck that you normally get paid, people be fucking happy. I'll be happy with that. Cool, great. You know, I get 25 cents and I get $100 more on top of my paycheck. A little extra, maybe for my, you know, I want to go Christmas shopping, or I want to buy something for my wife, or we could use that towards vacation, whatever the fuck case may be, right? That's their business, but I don't see how you can't fucking do that. I think you can. You got bucketloads of money and you keep making the products good, people will keep coming back and stay and want to continue supporting. But if you're gonna make it a policy and a shit like that, then it makes me feel like, what's the point of fucking buying a Blizzard title? What's the point? Because then there's gonna be fucked up shit in the game that some gruntle employee that didn't get a fucking raise or didn't get this, he's just gonna put some bullshit in the game. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to think about that. I just want to know, are they working and everyone is getting paid in there and everyone is doing their fucking job? If that's the case, then I'm buying your fucking game if the product is fucking good. Because if it's not, don't expect me to fucking pay for money. I'm not fucking doing it. And I'm glad that he took a stand, because it's fucking ridiculous. And Bobby Kotick needs to change that shit. It's ridiculous. It is stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
Is rigged against employees where it's not about doing their best work and collaborating, then it becomes about gaming the system by screwing other people. That's kind of the kind of work environment that this kind of ranking system fosters.
That ranking system is fucking discrimination, because if everyone was doing good, then what? You're gonna call in, like, again, you're gonna call in the janitor and say, oh, you did bad today. Oh, you didn't do that good of a performance. What the fuck are you talking about? The janitor did his job. He cleans the bathroom. Everyone is a witness in the fucking building. What we gonna say bad about the janitor? You know, it's like any department. It's like, oh look, this audio tech, this new person, whatever, he did a fucking horrible job. Like, he'll be like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I only worked for like about a year. I did an excellent job. I follow every direction. I tested it out. I, pay attention to the senior audio engineerings and listening to them, taking their feedback, working closely with them. What the fuck you mean I did terrible? It doesn't make any sense, you know? It does not make any fucking sense whatsoever.
Imposters. And so Brian was trying to get that revoked. He phrased it best when he said the following in an email that he sent to staff: even if that's legal, it certainly isn't ethical, and I cannot support it.
Yeah, it's definitely not ethical. Definitely not ethical. It's fucking bullshit. That is some bullshit kind of way of how you're going to treat your employees in a building like that. It's fucking bullshit. It really is.
So Brian decided that he would contemplate resigning and that he would not work until the stack ranking system was revoked. And because he refused to work, Activision Blizzard decided to promptly fire him instead of trying to meet him halfway. This is a truly...
Yeah, of course they fired him because they don't want to meet him halfway. And this is why that you see a lot of these Blizzard games, all of this bullshit is going down. It's a downward trend. It's going down. It's not going up. It's going down. It ain't gonna come back unless like they fucking change their fucking shit. It's ridiculous. So ridiculous.
Leader right here, someone who stands for both the integrity of the work that they're doing and the right treatment of employees who don't deserve to get shafted because of corporate quotas, employees who've been performing well, who Brian was being forced to give a poor evaluation and essentially ruin their prospects at climbing the ladder. Now, initially, we only heard about this from Bloomberg, who...
Wow, really putting people down from climbing up the ladder. That's some unbelievably fucking bullshit. Look, man, if you're not gonna move employees up, they're gonna go somewhere else and move up. Okay? There's nowhere left to go but up. Okay? Not down. It's up. And if you don't got these employees are getting mistreated left and right all the time, they're gonna fucking leave. They're gonna fucking leave. So my next question will be, can they maintain and make games that most of these seniors and mid-levels are going to be leaving because of this fucking shenanigan bullshit? That they're gonna feel stuck. They're gonna feel like they're being pressured. They're gonna be like, look, man, I'm getting between this age and this age. I can't deal with this shit. I'm gonna go work somewhere else. And so I can go to work and make a game and do what the fuck I need to do in that department, and I'm carrying home with my fucking family. That's what they want to do. They don't got time for this bullshit of, this, that, and the third, and shaffing fucking people. I'm telling you, man, 2023, going on 2024, 2025, shit is about to change. Shit is about to change. And they're going to get a rude fucking awakening that if they don't change up their shit, a lot of these fucking people are going to leave. And then you're going to get out garbage-ass updates, garbage-ass content, half-ass bullshit. Shit doesn't work. Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to. Like, we're going to get some half-ass bullshit. And shit doesn't even work. So for me, I'm like, man, they're going to have to get their shit together, yo. Wow, the Blizzard got to get their shit together. I'm being serious. Like, that shit is not even funny. That shit is just sad and it's ridiculous. How the fuck you gonna treat your employees like that? It just doesn't make any sense. The goal should be like this. The policy should be everyone works together in every department. If we do well and we become successful, everyone will get raises and bonuses. That's how it should be. Everyone is going to move up, and good, because that's what people need to do. Everybody needs to move up. They don't want to move down. They want to go up. It's fucking ridiculous.
Other people, that's kind of the kind of work environment that this kind of ranking system fosters. And so Brian was trying to get that revoked. He phrased it best when he fire him instead of trying to meet him.
And that's sad that they have to fire him just because of that. I don't blame him. Look. I mean, not getting fired part, but I don't blame him from wanting to revoke that because I would have done the same shit. Because if I have a group of people that are working extremely hard, they doing what they got to do, we're making shit on time, we're doing what we got to do. You know, I don't gonna shaft my whole fucking team or shaft my whole fucking group for one person just to shaft them. I'm not doing that. Not fucking doing that.
Halfway. This is a true leader right here.
The only time you should be shafting people or fucking doing anything if they done some stupid ass shit. Like if they was like showing up to work and they're not doing anything and they're sleeping in their cubicle, that's something you want to shaft somebody. That's understandable. But if everyone is in that building, all hands is on deck and they're making a game, they're making a good product, why the fuck you can't just give them all raises? I don't understand.
Someone who stands for both the integrity of the work that they're doing and was being forced to give a poor evaluation and essentially ruin their prospects at climbing the ladder. Now, initially, we only heard about this from Bloomberg, who reported on this after, I guess, someone within Activision Blizzard leaked this information to Bloomberg, deeming this.
Yeah, and it's sad. Blizzard needs to get their shit together for real. For real. But moving on from talking about Blizzard and WoW Entertainment, let's talk about Hi-Fi on Hi-Fi Rush. Okay, I'm thinking about Hi-Fi. You know, there's so many like Hi-Fi, Wi-Fi. You know, they all making jokes about that. But we got to talk about Hi-Fi Rush. Okay, this game that dropped it the day at the developers direct, which is on January 25th. It just dropped, which is from Tango Games Work, which they are the original creators for The Evil Within and the Tokyo Ghostwire Tokyo, I think it was. Ghostwire Tokyo, so yeah. So they make this game is something different, unique. It's basically is a action rhythm based game. And it seems to me that it's successful and they're getting like really good reviews. It's like sitting on 88. User score is sitting at a 9.2, but then you can see right here the likes to dislikes on this. Oh my god, it's incredible. Like just seeing it being like at 975 positive, 16 mix, and 36 negative, right? 36 negative, man. Whoo! That's nothing, yo. Like it's like overwhelmingly positive. It's really is a good game. So I am very happy for Tango Gameworks that this game is successful, and they're sitting on 88. They're sitting on 92. Hopefully, they might make a Hi-Fi Rush 2, another action rhythm game. That'd be pretty cool. And it does remind me. I know a lot of people might make a comparison to this game to like, I don't know, Hi-Fi Rush. I was making a comparison towards like Sunset Overdrive, but it does have that Persona look to it. It got that Persona vibes and stuff like that. Like it got that platinum to it. Like yo, if you was to tell me that Platinum made this game, I would believe you 100%. But if you was to tell me Tango Gameworks, I will probably be hesitant and be like, what? Really? Are you sure about that? I never thought Tango Gameworks will make a game like this, but they definitely did. And it's successful. They did an excellent job with this game. It's really good. But of course, you know, the Sony fanboys and the pony alerts is talking shit about this game, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they're like bashing on it. Oh wait, I know why, because guess what? If we look at Forspoken, this the PlayStation 5 greatness, because it says right here, because it says PlayStation 5 and only coming on PlayStation 5 is a Square Enix title. You know, PlayStation 5 and Square Enix are teaming up, you know, like they're working together, and they're supposed to give out the PlayStation of greatness, where greatness awaits, and All we got is basically a garbage ass fucking game from Forspoken from the PlayStation 5. Look at the Metacritic scores and look at the in the user review. A 3.6. A 3.6, and this is crazy. 3.6, and the critic scores is sitting at a 66. This is supposed to be a PlayStation so-called savior in January. Like, we're supposed to get this like really huge hit, and a lot of people, a lot of those Sony ponies are fucking quiet like a straight bitch, because those Sony ponies are like, they was so hyping up this game, like, oh, Forspoken gonna be our savior. Yeah, yo, most of these people played the demo. They said it was trash. I saw this game and I said it was going to be trash from the very beginning. I said this game is going to be trash. Even Blaze 4K said that this game is going to be trash. The first time he saw it, he said this game is going to be trash. And he was absolutely right. Because look at this. The game is actually trash. Piss poor writing is just a whole bunch of stuff. We'll get into depth in that in a minute. But just looking at this, it's like, it's crazy. And I know this is not, because I know a Sony pony whatever, right, is going to say, oh, look at those, like, this is 277, oh, negative, that could be all Xbox fanboys, you know, putting their vote down to the game and stuff, blah blah blah, because you could see this positive, blah blah blah. You know, like, again, Sony ponies are going to be changing the fucking goalposts, whether they say critics, Metacritic review does matter, it doesn't matter, blah blah blah. They're going to say some fucking bullshit, moving the goalposts here and there, all this bullshit. But the long and short story of it, pretty much, is the fact that your game is fucking garbage. It's literally fucking trash. Your first PlayStation exclusive title in 2023 is fucking garbage. Garbage. Fucking garbage. Like, this is supposed to be next generation gaming. I supposed to play this fucking garbage, man. Look, and then we're going back to Hi-Fi Rush, and it looks really good. It looks really good, and it's definitely not no, you know, whatchamacallit, Xbox fanboys are attacking Forspoken and their Metacritic reviews on all this bullshit. Well, you're looking at this. This is 975 positive. Okay, 975. If Forspoken had what? How many? Only 277. If the PlayStation is outselling 2-1, explain to me why God of War is only sitting at a 7.9 user review, which is not bad. It's still good. It's a must play. It's a good game to play, right? But look at this. Look at the positive and look at the negative. It's only like 492, and then like 200 and 2,000 whatever. Hi-Fi Rush is about to hit up to 1,000 for positive reviews. It's on the road to that. Forspoken is nowhere near that shit. And it doesn't seem to me on this one, even on God of War Ragnarok, it doesn't seem like, you know, Xbox fanboys are like fucking downplaying God of War and shit. Maybe there might be a few in here, but it's not all. So, but it still is overwhelmingly positive. So I don't see the fucking point of Metacritic scores is important, it's not important. Yo, a number don't mean shit. It's about the game. Is the game is fun? Is it enjoyable to play? Great. If the game is broken and it's not fucking fun and it's not enjoyable to play, it's not worth my time fucking playing, and it's not worth my time wasting my breath. So all this bullshit about Metacritic scores are important and all this shit, they are not important. They don't mean shit. I don't fucking care. They need to stop with that bullshit ass narrative, because look, that Forspoken, they're not even talking about Forspoken. They're not even talking about the problems that they have. Nothing. It's just, come on. And then PlayStation fanboys are probably defending it, because you can see right here, probably most of them, if not some of them, Sony ponies are like defending this game, giving it a positive review, saying it's a 10, it's this, it's that, it's really great, blah blah blah. And it's just fucking not. It's bullshit. You can actually just see it for yourself, you know? Like, you can literally see the game for yourself. Right? But let's see. Let's go into J-Tech, you know, fucking... I'm not watching the whole thing. I'm only watching part of it. But again, if you don't know J-Tech is a so-called, PlayStation fanboy, all this bullshit, but he's one of those delusional fucks. And trust me, if he was part of the black community, he is definitely not part of the black community at all for gaming. Like, he's definitely needs to get kicked out and kick rocks somewhere because he does not represent the gaming community at all as a whole like I do. I represent the gaming community for the black community, the real gamers, the gamers that we don't give a shit about scores and shit. We just care about if the game is fun, does it work, and it is not broken, right? We don't need no bullshit patches, right? That's what I care about. I don't give a fuck if the game was cell shaded or not. I play not the Walking Dead, the Wolf Among Us from a Telltale game. If I can play that and I can enjoy that fucking game, and that's cell shaded, I am damn sure don't have a fucking problem playing this game. I don't got a problem. Is it for everyone? No, but you can't fucking sit here and say, yo, the game is not fucking fun or enjoyable. It's not broken. It's not like it's like, oh shit, it's garbage and it's do these whatever half-ass dialogue and shit. Like, the game is well fucking done. Give credit where credit is fucking due. But this nigga right here just like hating on every fucking thing, yo. It's ridiculous. But let's hear what he got to say, this goofy ass motherfucking PlayStation pony. Goofy fuck.
Pull the switch, Sony. bring out the fucking Sunset Overdrive PS5. Pull the switch, nigga.
Yeah, and then once y'all brought the studio out, y'all was like, oh, put Sunset Overdrive on PlayStation, right? We're not like fucking hating on it. You want to put Sunset Overdrive on PlayStation 5? Go right ahead. The fuck? It doesn't make a difference, nigga. Shit. Like, what is your fucking point, dog? It's not gonna break me like, oh no, Sunset Overdrive is on PlayStation now. Oh no, I don't give a fuck, my nigga. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck.
You see what I see?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the art.
So you see what I see. Okay, so you have a problem with the art style and shit. It's like literally is no different from fucking Borderlands. Shit, it's even no different from you playing fucking what's that game? That cat game was? Stray? The fuck? Like, it doesn't matter. Who cares if the game looks like that? It looks like Borderlands. It looks like whatchamacallit, a platinum game title, it looks like that, or a Bayonetta title, it looks like that. So what? It looks good. It looks good to me, so I don't got a fucking problem with it. Is they doing something fucking different than the same old bullshit that we get from PlayStation?
Style,
I like the art style too, but I'm just saying.
Hey, you can tell, bro.
I know what it looks like.
So wait, you like the art style, but before you used to like, oh, I don't like this art style. They need realistic graphics and shit. The fuck are you talking about, nigga?
Yeah.
What I say? Hi-Fi Rush? Yeah, that's Sunset Overdrive. That's Sunset Overdrive.
Wi-Fi Rush.
Like, okay, like, wow, great jokes right there. That doesn't make any fucking sense, my nigga. Not you first you like, oh, I like the art style. Like, nigga, you probably played Borderlands 1, 2, and 3, and they are all cell shaded, my nigga. So shut the fuck up. It's like, bro, like this kind of graphics doesn't bother me. I don't think it's not gonna be a huge deal breaker. Shit, bro, talking about you want realistic graphics and shit. Oh yeah, because your Forspoken bullshit is fucking broken and it's trash and it's unoptimized and it doesn't even run too well on the fucking, oh wait, next generation, the power of the PlayStation 5 console runs like ass on that fucking shit. Runs like ass. Wow. Dookie. The fuck?
It's Hi-Fi Rush, not Wi-Fi. I hope.
I'm calling it Wi-Fi because
God
with
damn.
Wi-Fi you don't have a solid connection with your fans.
God
So
damn it.
You don't have a solid connection with your fans. That's funny because it seems to me that they definitely have a solid connection with their fucking fan base. Oh, wait. Unlike, oh, for Oh, Forgotten. Oh, Forgotten. Yeah, Forgotten. They really lost connection there, buddy. They really did. Oh my god. This goofy ass niggas. All these goofy ass clowns. They're not real gamers. They're just some fake ass motherfucker. Just wanna boost up their ultra ego. Fuck off. Fuck off. Don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Bro, he grinding on rails and shit, man. Bro.
He's grinding on rails, but yet you're flying in the air and Forspoken doing all these crazy combos over one fucking monster. One monster. One. Next generation. I'm fighting one boss monster. The fuck? Next generation should be like, no, I'm fighting multiple boss monsters. I'm fighting more than just one type of creature. Give me a fucking challenge in that fucking game. Oh yeah, they didn't deliver. But yeah, you worry about this fucking game riding on rails? What the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? So a goofy ass nigga, yo. Goofy ass pony.
Oh, I know Insomniac looking at this like, oh yeah, you think? And this is the funny thing. Remember Insomniac did basically the remaster of Spider-Man 2018, and they fixed all the things. Like, you know, they have a lot of draw distance problems in Sunset Overdrive from what I heard from Digital Foundry. Don't let Insomniac say, yeah, let's go do it. Don't let them say that shit, bro.
Shit, they need to, because there's no point of me turning on a fucking PlayStation at all. Shit, they need to. The fuck are you talking about? Because Forspoken is not a game that, yo, I'm gonna run out and buy it and then put it in my PlayStation 5. I'm gonna get me a PlayStation 5. That game is not enough to turn on my PlayStation now. We're in January. We're in the first of the fucking month. PlayStation hasn't dropped a W. They gotten a L, and PlayStation is getting a Xbox is getting a W. PlayStation is getting a L in the first month. It's fucking insane. Forspoken is not enough for me to fucking turn on my PlayStation, I'll tell you that. It's not enough for me to get a PlayStation 5. Still not enough.
Put out one of
they need to do something different.
Don't let them do it. So he got a robotic arm, and he got a cat, and the game is cel shaded. It's a very interesting.
So you played a game called Stray. It's about a cat and only a cat, and this cat don't even talk and speak. He just meows and goes around the fucking world as a cat. So, is that a fucking problem? So, we got a problem here. So, we got a problem where you're playing as a character with a robotic arm that has a guitar. Is a rhythm-based game. But yet, on PlayStation, you're playing just as a fucking cat that doesn't even talk and shit. You're just roaming around the world as a cat. There's nothing wrong with Stray, and there's nothing wrong with this game, so what is your fucking point? Why are you such a fucking dummy downer? You're just mad because, oh, wait, I know why you're mad. Because now, oh, they got a W. Oh, and wait, PlayStation greatness right here. PlayStation 5. Look, PlayStation 5 is right there. There should be a greatness, right? We should be getting scores like this, right? 94. Right? We should be getting scores like that. Whoa. I don't see that score now. I don't fucking see that score in Forspoken. Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about?
Interesting looking game for, you know, gamers like me and you, especially me. This seems like a game I would like to enjoy to play.
Oh yeah.
This seems like it might be an Xbox only studio title, but I will say,
oh, so you do want to enjoy the game. Which one is it? Do you like the game or you don't like the game? I'll tell you one thing. I'm not some goofy ass flip flopper like you, J-Tech. When I see Forspoken and I saw the gameplay and the demo, it was garbage. I didn't flip flop to shit. I knew straight away this shit was ass. Oh, look, it got flashy combat. And then it also got like the wheel combo. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. The world and everything else, I look at the details. I look at the story. I'm hearing the dialogue and shit. It makes no sense. It's garbage. Stop. Stop this bullshit.
why go
I
to
don't
this
think so.
level?
No. Did they acquire that studio?
Who? What studio?
TA.
Who the fuck is TA?
The same people.
It's Tango Gameworks, you dumb fuck. Do you know how to say it? Not TA, nigga. Bro, goofy ass niggas, yo. How you gonna sit here and be like, I represent PlayStation and the PlayStation Nation, bitch? You can't even pronounce studio names. The fuck is TA stands for? It's Tango Gameworks. Come on, bro.
People that did what the
That's
fuck is that
Bethesda,
called?
bro. It say it right there. It say Bethesda Softworks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's their
Okay,
game.
okay. I'm behind you. I'm behind you. I'm behind
Okay.
you.
Yeah,
I'm behind you.
this is Xbox's exclusive. This is their new generation Sunset Overdrive. What the funny thing is, they went so far into like
It's not even Sunset Overdrive. It's nowhere near that. It's not even that open like that. It's probably got open spaces, but it's going to be narrative driven and mostly just a single player story. It's much more of a medium scale game. It's not a large scale game like Forspoken like try to be. It's literally medium scale.
almost old school cell shading that I'm wondering
There you
why.
go. Tango works.
Yeah,
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, they own Tango.
Yeah, it's
So
Tango
I'm
Works.
wondering,
Hello.
Okay,
Tango
you did
Game Works.
this.
Hello.
Why is it this level of cell shade? You're messing with next generation consoles. Unless this is gonna be on Xbox One, I don't.
It's the art style, Jay. That's what
It's not gonna be on that. It's our styles, whatever. Oh my god.
the developer wanted to go with. It's the art style.
We know the Dude Bro gamers, and the
Oh my
Dude Bro
God.
gamers want real graphics.
Yo, the Dude Bro gamers don't mind realistic graphics and also playing a game that doesn't have that. Like, for example, I'm playing a lot of the Tales series, Tales of Arise series. It's a Japanese animated, cartoon type of game, right? It got animated characters and shit like that. That's what I'm playing. Okay? I'm loving the game. I'm enjoying the game. I'm playing it. I'm having a good time with the game. I love the story and shit, right? And then there's games that I fucking play, like I hold to a higher standards. Like, for example, the Metroid series and the Metroid Exodus. Stalker 2 is going to be my next biggest game. But the Metroid Exodus is where my standards in terms of like realistic gaming and realistic graphics that I like to enjoy and play. Okay? Now, for me, it doesn't matter whether the game is cel shaded or is a realistic graphics. I switch between both, between this game and that game. Because as long as the game is fun and is enjoyable and it's interesting, I don't mind playing it. Like shit, I even go so far as down as I play, like sometimes I want to turn off my brain. I just want to be, just have fun, just be a little stupid and silly. I play what? I play the Ochi Warrior series, Ochi Warrior whatever 4. I played that. That game was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed myself. It's not like realistic graphics and shit and whatever. I'm just like in the combat and just going around beating up a ton of fucking enemies on the screen. Sometimes I do that, and that's perfectly fucking fine. Damn, nigga. You don't speak for fucking me, my nigga. You don't speak for everyone else. And it's so-called bro gamer. What the fuck does a bro gamer stand for? Bitch, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't understand what the fuck are you saying. It makes no sense. Shut your goofy ass up. For real. You don't speak for fucking me and my nigga and everybody else.
You're not gonna go from Forza and then go to this and be like, it's not about the graphics, but then with Forza it was about the graphics.
But Forza is a fucking racing game. And Forza in a racing game can have different types of fucking graphics. It can be a literally a cartoon fucking game. Like for example, like let's say Burned Out Paradise. I could play that game. Is it like got cars and that shit like super realistic and shit? No, it's Burnout. You fucking crash into cars, you race. Like, it's a fun game. It's enjoyable. It's supposed to be like that. It's an arcade racing game. And then there's sim-like racing games, right? Like Assetto Corsa, iRacing. Those are realistic and try to be realistic and realistic simulation racing games. And there's arcade and mixed with sim, like in the middle, like Forza Horizon 5. It has the both between, it feels arcadey, but it's not, it can be arcadey, but it's also got some sim-like mechanics in there. It's a perfect blend. So you can literally pick and match and blend the way and how the car will feel. And that's totally fine. Like, what the fuck? My nigga, like there's like so many different whatever. It's not gonna make it. It's like even like Trackmania. Trackmania is like more of an arcade racing game. Like it's not realistic fucking graphics and shit. It's an arcade game. It still looks good. It looks great, right? If that's your type of game, Trackmania, cool. It's not for everyone, but it's not like, yo, what the fuck? Like this is going to bother me, my nigga. It does not bother anybody. You fucking goofy ass nigga. It does not bother anybody. It does not bother me. If Xbox shows this and it's successful and I try out the game and if it's fun, it's good for me, great. Hey, I'm happy with it. But it's not, it's this game is not a life or death situation for me. Like I should go and fucking like, oh my god, I should kill myself. Like, oh no, Xbox is like gonna fail. They're feeding me this. I don't have to fucking play this. Literally next fucking month is gonna be Atomic Heart. I'm gonna be playing that way before I even play this game. That's just my own thing. That's my opinion. That's my personal things that I like about what I want to play and what I don't like to play. You don't speak for fucking everybody, my nigga. Shut your goofy ass up.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You can't like, nah, you can't.
Goofy ass nigga.
PlayStation fans, we can do that shit all day because we will literally play a game like Gran Turismo and turn around and play a game like Ni no Kuni, you know, or something like that. Like I've done that shit before. I have no problem going between realism and fictional.
Realism and fictional. What the fuck are you talking about? Realism and fictional. I don't got a fucking problem with that. If you don't got a fucking problem, then what the fuck is the point of this fucking whole bullshit that you're spewing out? It doesn't make any sense, my nigga. You talking dumb as fuck out of your fucking asshole. You're just pulling shit out of your ass and you're just talking dumb as fuck.
Interesting title. I just don't think it's the perfect game for Xbox.
No, again, bro, it's a carbon copy of Sunset Overdrive.
Yes, it is.
It's a carbon copy of Sunset Overdrive. It is not a carbon copy of Sunset Overdrive. It's literally not. It's its own game. It's like a rhythm game. If anything, it pulls more similarities to like fucking Persona and let's say a more of a platinum game. Like it pulls that from there, but it does not pull from Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive is try to be a little bit more cartoonish, try to put some real like character shadings to it, but it's nowhere near that. You know, Sunset Overdrive is his own thing, and this game is completely different. It's a rhythm-based game. The fuck are you talking about, you goofy ass nigga?
And I would love to hear anybody and everybody say it's not.
Look at it right there, boom.
It's not.
Came up off the fucking elevator.
I know, and saw the skyline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The weirdest thing though, it does look like this.
Hold on a second. What's going on with that alphabet, that letter C up there in that top right corner?
Looks like that's a rating for your
Come on,
combat.
G. So now you trying to be like Devil May Cry? Fuck out of here, bro.
I mean, when you're not a good developer, you take other people's ideas. So.
What the fuck are you even
This
talking
is a game
about?
more for kids and teenagers, but it's so out of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this would have been a great game for, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago.
No, oh my god. Okay, you know what? I'm done. This motherfucker is like stupid as hell. But let's hear some of the positive about the High on Life, because we got to hear some dumb shit from J-Tech. But surprise, surprise, let's hear some of the good news about it.
We have to talk about Hi-Fi Rush. This game was stealth dropped at the Xbox Developer Direct, and it is instantly a hit. I played about 3-4 hours.
Oh shit, it actually is a fucking hit. Damn. Hello. What are they talking about? Forspoken?
Of it, and It's really, really good, fast-paced action with rhythm bass. And once you figure out the beat, once you develop some rhythm and you start hitting crazy combos and you hear the song and how it interacts with your attacks, it's honestly phenomenal. And I'm guessing for me, because I love these styles of games, I love action games like this, I love this art style, the cell shadedness, probably one of the best looking games I think I've ever seen, and I'm not even over exaggerating. It is that beautiful with the colors and just the way that they implemented this art. Just such an incredible surprise that we got at the developer direct. And the best thing about this is that it's already a big hit. The game was trending yesterday. It was getting more views than Forspoken, which just
damn, it's getting more reviews than it is Forspoken. Damn, massive fucking L, massive L right there.
We know what happened for Forspoken. Just, I think that game, I haven't played it yet, but from the reviews and from people are saying it's a pretty big disaster. We even had people trying to blame the faults of Forspoken on people being racist, which obviously isn't the case.
Wait, Forspoken being racist? There's nothing Ha! Oh, just you wait till we get to Forspoken.
Case that happens with pretty much any medium that comes out. If it's bad, it's so easy for the creators or the PR people to just blame it on something that is completely irrelevant, rather than just admitting that the game or the movie or the show is bad. But Hi-Fi Rush, amazing game so far. And what I love most about what they did, believe it or not, is that they just released it. They didn't give us months of lead up, and
they didn't give no month of lead up. They didn't give no crazy demo, any of that extra bullshit. They said, nope, we're just dropping it right now, a few hours. Boom, go play it. That's what they did. That's why I like games like that. If fucking Stalker 2 did that, oh my gosh, shit, people will go fucking nuts. They'd be like, oh shit, Stalker 2 drop? Boom, we'll just go right into the fucking Xbox Game Pass store and play that shit right away. I would have been playing that the same night as that shit just drops. I'll be staying up all night just to get that game downloaded. I'll get a thumbnail ready, get all my shit ready. I'll be playing that shit live, for real. Deadass. That would be my game right there if they did that. But even for this game, hey, I'm fucking happy they did something like this. There's no release, there's no extra bullshit. It's just like, boom, the game is out now. Right after the showcase, you can go and play it right now.
Give us a release date and all of this type of stuff, and get people waiting to see more and then getting mad because they didn't see more and then potentially delaying it. We had no idea about this game. There was a small leak the day before the event that Tango was potentially going to show off their game, and it came true. They did happen. It was that 5th game that they showed off, and then they dropped it. The game got to avoid any lead up of people being annoyed. And what puts it over the top is that it's an incredible game. And we're seeing the reviews come out already for it, like getting 9s, 9.5s out of 10. And it's such a great IP that Xbox now has within their repertoire, such a great exclusive. And I would love to see Xbox and other publishers do this more often. Just release games. Forget about the announcement of a game coming out 5 years down the road or 3 years down the road or whatever, because we're at a point now where these games are getting bigger, they're getting more intricate, that there's always going to be issues with the development of these games. It's seemingly there hasn't been a game that has come out recently that has had 0 issues. And when delays happen and stuff, it takes away from the hype. Who knows if this game would have been announced a couple of years ago, if it would have gotten as good of a reception right now, because maybe it would have had to be delayed. Maybe there was some stuff that people will be nitpicking, zooming in on pixels for the gameplay showcases and stupid stuff like that. So I think not only is this game a hit because it's amazing, the model that Xbox did here with Stealth dropping a major first-party game like this out of nowhere, putting it into Game Pass, and people playing it, enjoying it, is something they should continue to do in the future. I'm not saying do it for every single game, but I hope to see more releases like Hi-Fi Rush. But that's it for me, guys. Let me know your thoughts.
Exactly. I would love to see that happen, bro. If they do that shit, bro, it seems like 2023 Xbox is turning. The tables are turning. I even said that shit from a few years ago back, that I sat there and said, like, the tables are going to be turning. Like, PlayStation has their time. Now it's Xbox turn to shine. Like, it seems to be great. Just looking at these piss poor reviews and looking at Hi-Fi Rush, things are turning around. I mean, it's absolutely insane. But let's move on from talking about Hi-Fi Rush and their huge success and some of the stupidness from the PlayStation, Sony Pony community. Let's talk about Hi-Fi Rush, where a lot of these PlayStation fanboys and all these, fanboys, moving the goalposts again, sitting here saying that PlayStation has all these great games. They're gonna be dropping a great game in January. Forspoken. It's gonna be a fun game. All this bullshit. Now it's crickets. I hear quiet. There's nobody ain't talking about this game. No PlayStation fanboy is rocking this. Like, yo, you should go out and get this game. I haven't heard not even one. Not even one. Because you know why? Because the game is doo-doo. It is garbage. It sucks. And I'm here to tell you why. And tell you all the reasons why it sucks. Like, for real. It really sucks ass. Because if Sony Ponies can't even admit to their own fucking game, I guess I gotta do it for them. Because all these motherfuckers are quiet. But they talk about Hi-Fi Rush and all this bullshit, this, that, and the third. But yeah, it's getting good reviews. But yet, what about Forspoken? Why is it an epic fail? I'm gonna tell you why. This game does not look like next generation experience at all. Now, a lot of people might sit there and say, well, the traversal is fucking cool. Yeah, cool. Like, this bitch has powers and got legs moving and shit. But what are they good for if all I'm doing is just jumping up in the air doing all these crazy fucking acrobat bullshits? I get a piece of fucking number on the fucking thing. Like, it just shows me a number and shit. What is that? What the fuck? Like, it's so 2000 and fucking, like, 9. It's so 2010, yo. If this game came out like way back in like the 2000s, I think this game would have been a smash hit. It would have been like, oh my god, it's incredible. We never seen this before, right? Everybody's minds would have been blown. But looking at it now from a 2023 perspective, this game is nothing to write home about because of the fact that it's just lacking in so much fucking details. And I'm not even talking about just dialogue. I mean, just the lack of details. I will sit here and say, it's like, look, if y'all PlayStation Sony Ponies, right, told me that the power of the PlayStation 5, right, is capable of doing this, that, and the third, whatever, bullshit, garbage shit that fucking Saltiest Gaming will take out of context, right? Which he always fucking does. Take shit out of context. Then I'm expecting this game will be like have the amount of detail and level of care in each of these PlayStation title games that's going to be coming out. Like, that's going to give me that next generation experience. And it doesn't seem like we are fully there in terms of next generation experience on the PlayStation 5. It doesn't seem like that way. And I'm not saying anything about Xbox because there is no games yet for Xbox to really show me next generation games experience. All Xbox is doing is just basically putting out games that actually can work and run properly and not trying to make it garbage, okay? That's their goal. And they're successfully done it from Hi-Fi Rush because everybody liking the game, they playing the fucking game, is on Game Pass. So it just dropped it on the same day with the developer direct. Can't fucking argue with that. That's pretty much a fucking W. This game dropped way earlier, right, in January, Forspoken, and I'm seeing this fucking garbage ass game. It's fucking stupid. It is so barren. This is a slap in the face. Look at this shit. You look at the gameplay combat. Look at this. I got like what? How many enemies in this fucking room? There's like what? 12? There's 12 in this fucking room that you're fucking fighting. It's not next generation experience. I'm expecting more. It'll be pretty fucking cool. We'll be like, oh yeah, here's like double that. Let's say there was like 30 of these fucking minions and then plus like 2 level fucking like monster. Like here's like a fucking lizard and a fucking snake you gotta deal with all at the same time. That shit will be fucking epic in a room that is the size of, it's bigger. It's like huge as fuck, and you're not even putting in shit like that. It's so empty as fuck for just only putting 12. That's the kind of bullshit that I'm saying. Like that, the level of details is fucking embarrassing. And look at this. You're running down a hallway. There's no enemies, no traps. There's no... What? What the fuck? You could at least put some fucking traps in this fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that what I'm talking about? It's the level of lacking of details, the lack of shit that you could easily put in the game to make it feel more rich and more better in the environment. I'm bouncing all over the place. I'm really am bouncing all over the place because it just makes me so fucking angry and upsetting because you got these PlayStation fanboys are fucking sitting here and defending this garbage, saying how it's a 10 out of 10, it's a really great game. I'm like, bitch, this shit is empty as fucking dog shit. It literally looks boring as fuck. Look at this. You enter in another room, you got one monster and one little mini monster and two little mini monsters. This is the challenges I get. I'm fighting a bear and two little cub bears. The fuck? What is this? What is this garbage? What are we doing in 2023? I'm expecting more. I was expecting more details, more challenges to this game. If you got all these fucking powers, this would be a good opportunity to be like, hey, in this hallway, it's going to be a little bit smaller and condensed, so you can't run around too much, but it's going to be like, maybe like 3 giant bears and a fucking snake. You know, like you gotta fight in this little tight corridor, you know, with your powers and shit. It's limited. So it makes it more tricky and you also gotta navigate through to try to defeat these monsters without getting fucking killed. Like that's a challenge. That's how Forspoken should have been about. Something like that. To give me a more intense combat and more intense fights, and they just doing some half-ass bullshit. They literally are. Now, I know I'm jumping all over the place, right? But let's start off with the story first, okay? The story to this game is garbage. It's fucking garbage. It doesn't make any sense because of the dialogue and characters that are written is piss poor. Right? And then talking about like it, oh my god, is nobody is racist because you don't like the... It has nothing to do with the black character or whatever. If you want to put a black character, a Chinese character, an Indian character, those are fine. I don't give a fuck if the main character was an Indian character, right? I don't care. The whole point is you gotta put it in place to make sure that the writing goes with that person, you know, right? And it just seems so out of place. It's just like the dialogue and whoever written this shit, it doesn't know what an isekai is. Like they need to start watching more anime isekais, and then you could kind of get a sense and idea like, oh yeah, I should put this in the game, I should do this, make this dialogue a little bit more serious, you know, and stuff. Not every isekai is like the best anime or whatever to watch because gets, you know, there's some funny stuff and corny shit, but there is some isekai that is much more grounded and serious, and you can actually get to understand the character and how their life was. Why are they doing something different? They're making better choices and they're being a little bit more smarter, more better, more powerful, so they don't make the same mistakes like they did in their previous life. Those are the type of isekai or anime they should have been fucking watching to put in this fucking game. Would have made it so much better. So much better. The story should have, really the game should have been like this. Like, she should have, like, in her whatever life, you know, she, you know, let's say for example, like, she died and she made terrible choices, terrible things, and then she was transformed into this world, right? Into this fucking world, right? But she still kept all the past memories of her events of her old life and how she ended up there and all the bad stuff and this and that and the third. right? And she got transferred to here, but she doesn't tell anybody about, where she came from her previous life. She keeps that a secret. She starts learning and gaining knowledge about this world. And she said to herself, hey, I want to try to do something different and try to make better choices than going back to make the wrong choices like in my previous life. Like I was living in fucking New York where I was constantly getting harassed. I was constantly getting again, bullied, threatened, sexually abused, right? From, whatever her situation was. That should have been like the prologue of setting up that story, and then getting into in this world where she died and passed away from that previous world, and now she's reborn into this world, and maybe she's able to get a second chance and able to do something different than her previous life. I think that could have made this game so much better and made it way more thoughtful, and much more like kind of like, damn, all right, she's learning about this world. She's a little kid. She's learning, she's growing up, and then like terrible things start happening with the family that that she grew up with, right? And now her family got killed, this and that, and now she's seeking to revenge revenge her family, that whatever terrible things happen, from living in this world for so long. That's what I would like to see from a isekai game. Like something like that will make way more better sense, because maybe her previous life, right? Let's say her previous life was like, her parents got killed and she got to grow up with parents that was treating her like shit, treating her like garbage, abusive, all this shit back in New York. But now she got a second chance and she was raised in a good family. Parents fed her, kept her well, love her. She loved them back. Even though she kept the memories of her previous life, she's going along with it in her mindset, saying, damn, I really loving the lifestyle that I have. I don't want to lose this, and then all of a sudden the bad whatever comes in, did this, terrorize, kill both of the parents and stuff. She was so upset because she wants to protect and save her family. She couldn't. She's just a kid. She was only a child. And now she's not going to make that same mistake and start making bad choices. She's going to start making good choices and start fighting back. I think that would have been a great story for Forspoken if they would have fucking done it right. I think it would have been a lot better. For real. And then the whole, like, with the cuff, but the real name is something else. But again, if she has a relationship with Cuff, whatever, and her, and it should be mostly internal thoughts instead of, talking out loud, like blah, 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 blah. I think it should have been internal thoughts, and Cuff, that she could only talk to Cuff internally in her mind rather than talking out loud. Because talking out loud with a fucking Cuff, everybody would be looking at you fucking crazy in the game. And all the NPCs be like, who the fuck she talking to? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It would have made better sense to have Cuff to talk within her inner thoughts in her mind, what she be thinking. Like if she said like, maybe we should do this. So she's not talking out loud, but she's saying it in her mind. And then Cuff is basically her guide, guiding her to the right direction, making, but it's up to her to make the choice what she wants to do, but he just putting his inputs and guiding her towards directions where she could go, could lead to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if it was like that, then it would have made a lot more sense, It would have made the game a lot better, much more enjoyable and stuff like that. Right now it's just not good. So okay, so yeah, so basically that will be like, I wish they could done to fix this, and the story that could have fixed the fucking game and made it a lot better and a lot more enjoyable and more relatable. The second biggest problem, what I was talking about earlier, was the lack of details. And what I mean by the lack of details, I mean like the world itself. The world itself is pretty much barren and empty. There's nothing unique about it. And what I was about to say, like, to make it spicier, make it unique, right? In terms of, you know, even though that the characters and the models doesn't look the best, but if they fucking just added in details in this world, it would have made the game so much better. Way more better. I'm just trying to see the open world environment. So let's say, for example, she's in this open world environment, right? What they could have done was, like, you know, if it was like a PlayStation 5 exclusive next generation experience, I'm expecting more towards like tribalism in this game, more towards like, you know, there should be like some, I don't know, let's just say, for example, let's say there was like a village like far away from a distance and it caught on fire. You start seeing villages like packing up their bags and leaving and all this stuff, or screaming for their life, and then you see it from a distance, right? You're on top of the rocks, and then you start seeing people are in trouble. That's your cue to like go down there to like, hey, let me go help and rescue them and do something, you know. Child, like some kid is about to get killed by one of the monsters or something attacking her, like this big ass bird. That's like her job coming in and fucking doing something about it. That's what makes the game so good, because you're contributing to something to help these NPCs to survive, and then let them travel to their merry way, and then they'll go to the direction, whether or not you stick with them or you just like go to a different direction. If you go follow them to the direction where the next town was going to be, the same people that used to be in that town that the village got burnt down and shit are the same fucking people going to be over at the next fucking town that you saved. And that'd be fucking awesome. Is those type of little fucking details like that makes the game feels like, oh shit, this is next gen. Because now the NPCs that you saved, that at least you try to save, like that little girl, can probably thank you for that. The parents, you know, they might give you a reward. It might give you a hint or a clue to a treasure chest or something like that you can go and get. They give you an item to help you out. It's shit like that will make the world feel so alive and believable. Those little things. And it doesn't have to be like villages getting burnt down and shit, but just adding in dead bodies to it, like all over. Like you enter in a town and there's nothing but skeletons everywhere. So it's kind of like creepy, foggy. So it's like kind of mysterious. Maybe in one location, trying to figure out what happened here. Another location could be something like, you know, a lot of people are just angry with the king or whatever. The king is having issues or problems, and the citizens are not liking it. You see like kind of a revolt going on in that type of you know, like settlement and stuff. That'd be pretty cool. See if you could resolve the problem and stuff. Like, it's certain things like that, those details and those little bits can really make a game shine, especially if we're able to use your power to help these fucking NPCs out and to stop the evil from happening. Like, imagine like again, you show up and then you see like a group of tribal soldiers from up in the mountains is like shooting down arrows down in the townspeople. So you're like, oh shit, I gotta go save them. And you go up there, you try to, you know, kill them and do stuff before they destroy the whole town and everyone is dead there. Because if you don't do it on time, everyone is dead, then everyone is dead. You can't get like any rewards or anything like that because everyone is dead. It's too late. But it's like, again, if you got all these cool ass powers, use it for something that you can make a difference in the world, in that environment itself. And that's including along the way of your journey to beating and playing the game. It just adds the value to it and makes the game so much fun to play and enjoy because you're contributing something and it will add something to the world. Like, for example, like again, this little village right here. It's just boring. It's plain. It's just there's nothing there. It's empty as dog shit. If they add in like villages was slain there, she's going around investigating what happened, this and that, and then from a distance, like you might hear like cannon fires, soldiers marching, and they're going into another town and about to destroy it. You could stop them from destroying that fucking town and village. If not, then that village get destroyed, the next village get destroyed, shit like that. You know, the story will still continue, but things like that will get destroyed as you keep going along in the world. You know, that's what makes it breaks the difference between like, damn, like this is an actual game that's continuously this living, breathing world, and these NPCs are not coming back. So if I do something about it, it's going to make a difference in my story and the journey that I'm doing, and it also giving me these extra rewards. If I don't do nothing about it, I will lose a lot of these characters and a lot of the, you know, the backgrounds and stuff like that. It's just, you know, that's something is so cool. That's next generation. When I think about a PlayStation 5 and they make a game like that, that's next generation. That's what I'm talking about. This bullshit, this empty bullshit is not next generation. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's so empty. It's like there's nothing. There is literally nothing. No animals running around. No random events like happening. Like, you know, maybe there's like a group of bandits robbing a cart or something. Like there's nothing like that. I would like to see to see that. There's no extra tribals, like tribalism or something like that. Like there's like maybe like there's a tribe, you know, that lives in the outskirts and they got beef with the citizens inside of the village because the village don't like this, they don't like each other. So you kind of see if you can resolve both or try to get them together to resolve issues and stuff, and you know, shit like that. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Look at this. You got a whole bunch of group of soldiers there, right? All these fucking soldiers that are there, and all they're doing is just guarding a fucking door and just guarding a one building. Everyone else is gone. There's like no dead bodies there. There is no like, you know, whatever. And they're going slow as dog shit. See, and they're going so slow as dog shit. They're going so slow as dog shit, and they're marching. It looks terrible. Look at this. She's shooting, and the guards is not even doing shit. What are you doing? Like, they're not even trying to, like, kill her, throw spears, take out a bow and arrow. They ain't doing nothing. They're just standing there. This is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. This is supposed to be next generation gaming. It's not next generation gaming at all. It's not. And that's another thing too. The third thing is combat. Combat in this game is cool and shit, but what are you using your powers for if these motherfucking NPCs are just standing there and just ain't doing shit? They're not even trying to throw their spears. I was hoping like, oh, they got a sword and a spear, or some of them might have like just a sword and a bow and arrow. They'll at least take it out and try to shoot you. You know, they don't even do that. It's just like, this is like basically you're playing it on baby mode. You're playing a game on super easy mode. Like this is like too easy. Like a child can pick up this game and play it and beat it probably in one fucking day because it's so damn easy. And it's ridiculous. It's fucking garbage trash. Oh god. This is why the game fails. It failed at all those attempts. The story, this, and combat. The story, the lack of details, and the combat. That's pretty much why it fails so bad. And then it's poorly optimized and it's poorly fucking written. And on top of that, some of the boss fights is just stupid as hell. Yeah, you got one grizzly bear, but if I'm expecting this next generation experience, like this grandiose fight, I'm expecting like, oh, that's not just one bear, that's 3 fucking bears. And then each bear has a different like element. Maybe they got a fire element, a fire breathing bear. They might have like a ice bear that could shoot out ice and shit and make the ground freeze. That way, if let's say she was like running, right, she'll slip she'll fall, and then she'll be vulnerable for an attack. That'd be something like, oh shit, that's dynamic shit, right? And another thing too can be a excellent, whatever, would be like buildings getting destroyed. Look at this bear. This bear is hitting the fucking building, and no chunks of the building is getting destroyed. Like, you don't even see a chunk of building get destroyed. You don't see it like getting burnt to the ground, anything like that. It's just like, yo, this bear is literally roaming around, and he barely ain't doing shit, and he's not even attacking the main character. He's fucking around doing something else. Is this type of bullshit why that it's just not next generation experience. This is not it, Chief. This is not the power of the PlayStation 5. This is bullshit. This is a half-ass game from the PlayStation 5 platform. A half-ass game that is pissly poor optimized performance. This is ridiculous. It's stupid and it's retarded. And it's barely even a fight. Like, this, if this was like 3 bears with 3 different elements, this would be a fucking great fight. This would be a real, like, a fight for your life type shit. This right here is a fucking absolutely abysmal fucking joke. This is a fucking joke. It literally is a goddamn joke. And it's like, yo, this is supposed to be this, like, yo, this game is like, oh my god, like, yo, man, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that shit. This game is a fucking absolute failure. Stop it. Stop it. Like, again, like, this game could have so much potential, but the lack of fucking piss poor story, they could have made it better. The lack of fucking details in the world, like the map, not adding in enough NPC play, not adding in like more interesting NPCs, tribalisms type stuff, like they got tribes or bandits and other shit like happening around the fucking world, like soldiers going in and attacking a village and destroying the village, and you could save that village. Or even like a monster attack, like a bear and another big giant fucking lizard or something, or a scorpion tried to attack a village and killing a lot of the NPCs. You can go in there and save them, and you can get rewards for it. It's like, it's those things just add the touch to it. It will make it so much better, but they did not do that. This is absolutely the worst game you can ever play on a PlayStation platform, and this is sad. This is coming right after God of War Ragnarok from 2022. We're in January right now, and they putting out this. It's absolutely embarrassing, and they should be ashamed of themselves. This is not next generation experience. This is the lack of next generation experience. It's fucking bullshit. It's garbage. They should be ashamed of themselves for putting out a game like this that is shitty. It's piss poor on PlayStation 5. It runs like ass on there, and it's ridiculous. And they have the nerve to put out a demo that still runs ass on the demo, and they try to update the demo, and it still runs like ass on the demo. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. And now it's on sale. It's not even on sale enough. It's not even discounted all the way down to like $10. This game is worth $10 fucking dollars. It's not worth $70. And this is what I be trying to tell fucking people. The more of these fucking bullshit of these $70 games, and next generation is $80, next generation be $90, I guarantee you they're not gonna put up with this type of game bullshit like this. They're not gonna put up with this. They're not gonna do map marker checking. They're not gonna be dealing with just, oh look, there's only like 20 enemies right there. Oh my god, there's like 20 of them. Ooh, man, you're gonna have a big fight. Like, they're not dealing with that shit. Because if you're not gonna put in the effort in terms of detail in the fucking world, adding new stuff and new mechanics and stuff, putting in certain things in a fucking game, making it more alive, they're not paying 70, they're not paying 80, they're not paying for $90. If you're gonna be doing like this kind of bullshit, they're not doing it. They're not doing it. We're not paying for it. And I'm definitely not paying for it. I don't want to pay for that shit. Look at this. Like you enter in a building, it's so empty. It's empty as fuck. There's like no pictures. There's no storytelling. There's nothing you could pick up and read. What the fuck? This is all you get? You pick up this? That's it. That's all you could pick up. And then you just keep running up to the tower. This is the type of bullshit game that I'm gonna be paying for $70 fucking dollars to play. This type of bullshit, they need to step up. They need to step up way better than this. They need to do it. For real. It's absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, enough ranking on Forspoken or Forgotten, because this game is fucking trash as fuck. And, you know, of course, Sony ponies ain't gonna be talking shit about their own game and saying anything like some of the things that they could be making fucking improvements on, which they needed fucking improvements. Because, I mean, man, I'm telling you, they're not putting up with this garbage ass bullshit. They're not doing it. But moving on, let's go with our final story of the day, which is about Ubisoft and the Far Cry series and Far Cry 7. Particularly Far Cry 7. Now, for me, my thoughts and my opinions about Far Cry, I used to love Far Cry. I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to love Far Cry a lot. If we was talking about, let's say, for example, if we was talking about Far Cry 2, right, and 3 and 4, I can deal with that. You know, those Far Cry games, I love them. I can enjoy them. I have a great time with them. I don't have an issue, but I really like Far Cry 2. And I think we told an earlier story from a couple of weeks ago, right, 2 weeks ago, about how Far Cry is pretty much is in trouble in terms of the lack of innovation in their games and stuff like that. And pretty much they're, as a Ubisoft as a company as a whole, is not doing good financially. So they definitely need to go back to their fucking roots. And right now, Far Cry 7 is a make or break for me, because this is the only Ubisoft title game that I'm willing to pay for if they are willing to go back to their fucking roots. Okay? Because if they're not going to go back to their roots, back to like Far Cry 2 roots, and I don't mean like make a game like Far Cry 2 and have all the problems. I'm saying make a game like that in Far Cry 2, but fixing the problems and stuff within that, but making it serious and not goofy. Because every entry after Far Cry 3, it started to become more and more and more goofy and nothing serious. It just became goofy bullshit. And for me, I'm tired of playing a Far Cry game that is fucking goofy, and they just adding in bullshit that doesn't, you know, make any fucking sense, or just this shoehorn in mechanics that doesn't even belong there. Like Far Cry New Dawn had whatchamacallit, like mechanics, whatever, right? I think they had whatchamacallit mechanics and stuff. So I'm not liking that at all. So yeah. So my bad. Okay, so yeah, so basically if Far Cry 7 is going to be coming out, I'm hoping and praying to God that Far Cry 7 is going back to their roots. Make a Far Cry game serious. I don't want no goofy stuff. I'm not hoping for Far Cry multiplayer, because their multiplayer is trash. Like New Dawn, that shit was trash. I don't like that game. And Far Cry 6 was a disaster. I think that's the Far Cry 6, that's the game I regret the most of fucking getting. I regret getting Far Cry 6. Because I thought, okay, Far Cry, this could be an okay game. Let me try it out. Could be okay like Far Cry 5. I was hoping. No, it turned out to be ass. It turned out to be ass. Like, look, man, every time when I go back and look at Far Cry 2 launch trailer, I want something like this. Like, I want something like serious. Like, you see this? It looks good. It looks serious. it looks like an actual game. Like this is a life or death situation game. This is my type of game right up my alley. You have to figure shit out. It wasn't a cakewalk. NPCs will shoot to kill you. And a gunfight can last up to anywhere from 5 fucking minutes to like all the way up to 10 minutes for a gunfight. Or no, not 10 minutes, but let's say like 5 minutes or even more for a gunfight, which is good. Doing a gunfight in Far Cry 6 only lasts about like 1 minute or 2 minutes because you can literally kill everyone easily and just run around and stuff. This one, you had to have tactics to even enter in an outpost just so you don't get yourself killed. Because even if you enter in the outpost, don't expect like it's going to be a cakewalk in Far Cry 2 because it wasn't a cakewalk. It was very, very difficult. So with this, I'm hoping that they are going to go back to their roots and they're going to do something completely different this time around. Because for real, I'm just not feeling for this game. I'm not feeling for Far Cry 7 at all. Like, I really got no hopes. Because again, like looking at this and then, going over here and looking at Far Cry, 6, the last installment, all this goofy bullshit, goofy ass storytelling, goofy ass characters, the guns and stuff. It's like, look, they can build a beautiful environment, but just dumbass AI and just dumbass bullshit. It's just not fun. It's just not fun. They try to be like, yeah, we're trying to make it cute and serious and really goofy and fun, but it's also a serious game. You just can't do it. It's just not fun. It's just not fun. And they putting in RPG mechanics in Far Cry 6. That was my biggest turnoff. Once they put in that shit in the game, I sat there and said to myself, I'm done getting Far Cry. I'm done. After 6, I said I'm done. I'm not paying for another Far Cry game. I didn't brought their season pass. I said I was done. I uninstalled the game. I will never ever play another Far Cry game if they're not going to go back to Far Cry 2. That's what I said to myself. If they're not going to go back to Far Cry 2, then there's no point of me getting my hopes up for Far Cry 7. So I hope they are going to go back to their roots in Far Cry 7 and really make it a serious fucking game and more like deadly and dangerous and stuff. But if they're not going to do that and they're just going to make it even more goofy, then I'm Ubisoft done. I'm done with Ubisoft altogether. I can't do it anymore. That shit is done. Can't do it. Can't do it anymore. Like again, it's like it's very hard to like really, like again, I really do enjoy Far Cry. When I saw Far Cry 3, I was excited. I played it. I got the season pass. When I saw Far Cry 4, I was excited. Got to play it. I really enjoy it. 5 was kind of a hit or miss. I grew to love it. But that 6 wasn't it. And I stopped playing it and I was not having fun. I was not enjoying the game. Wasn't enjoying any of the mechanics. And it was the same thing goes with Assassin's Creed, like I stopped after Black Flag. Oh no, I think it was Unity. Assassin's Creed Unity. I stopped after Unity. So after Unity, I didn't play a Assassin's Creed game since. Barely play any Assassin's Creed. I got Origins. I tried it and I stopped playing it because it wasn't that good. I didn't get the next Assassin's Creed after that. I didn't get the next one after that. I said, I'm done with Assassin's Creed altogether. I'm done with that. I'm done with Rainbow Six Siege. I'm done with For Honor. All of their games is fucking garbage. I'm just literally Ubisoft. I'm done. This is garbage. It's ridiculous. It's getting corny. It's a lack of innovation. It's a joke, and you're making it look goofy. I want my franchises to come back and be serious and make a game that's actually is fucking serious, that it's about, focusing on the key aspects of the game and stuff. So they're not gonna do it. I'm certainly not gonna pre-order it. This probably the last Far Cry game that I will ever play would be 5. And if I want to go back and play a Far Cry game, at least I got between 2, 3, 4, and 5. At least I could play any of those. I don't got an issue with that. But anything after 5 and up, I'm not dealing with that anymore. I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not doing it. I tried 6, but I said, "Ooh, no, fuck no." I got it. It gotta go. It gotta go. So I don't know what they're gonna do with Far Cry 7. I'm hoping, I'm praying that they're gonna go back to their roots, because all of their franchises need to go back to their fucking roots. And they need to put out single player experience. They need to put out a Splinter Cell game. They need to put out a actual Far Cry game that's like Far Cry 2 back then, like more serious and deadly and no goofy bullshit. None of that goofy shit. I want a serious fucking Far Cry game, with some good story, a good dialogue that's serious, not fucking goofy. And the same way goes with Assassin's Creed. I want a real serious Assassin's Creed story, not a goofy ass one, not shit that you gotta fucking do 100 things on the checklist box and all this bullshit. And even Watch Dogs, I only played the first Watch Dogs game, and after the first one, I stopped playing it because it became goofy after the next game after that, and the game after that, it was goofy. I stopped playing it. It's just like, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. So hopefully Ubisoft get their shit together, and hopefully the Far Cry team is listening and taking some of my feedback, because I'm telling you, if they ain't gonna do like that in 7, don't expect me to come back, because I ain't fucking playing that. It's gonna be rest in peace to Ubisoft for me, because that's pretty much this Far Cry game is gonna be the last one that I ever gonna deal with a Ubisoft title. After that, I can care less. I don't give a fuck about Breakpoint. I don't give a fuck about any of their other franchises. This is the only one, and this is the last one. After this, it's adioso. So they better do something good, because I ain't fucking playing this garbage. But anyway, that's about it. It's a wrap. So hopefully you guys do enjoy the video and enjoy this weekly trash talk. And let me know in the comment section down below of any of these topics. What do you think about the Blizzard situation, and also the policy that they have in place? Is it a good policy? Is it a bad policy? Let me know in the comment section down below, and maybe share some of your policies at work that you like and what you don't like, because I think everyone has, we work in different places, and every policy either is good or bad, and we could talk about that. Also, Hi-Fi Rush, what do you guys think about the game? Did you play the game? Did you find it interesting? Does Hi-Fi Rush deserve the hate and all that shit? I don't think so. But do you like the game? Do you don't like the game? Let me know in the comment section down below. And also Forspoken, let me know what are some of the things and your ideas. How do you feel about the game? What should have been fixed? What should have been added to make the game better? Okay, I already gave some of my stuff. I know I bounced around a little bit all over the place and talking about the problems and stuff. But like I said, man, it was the lack of details for me. It was the lack of the storytelling wasn't presented in the right way. It doesn't matter what character it is or race, gender. It has nothing to do with racism and shit. I don't know why we're still talking about that shit in 2023. That shit should be thrown out the fucking window. This should be mostly focusing on the story and the writing aspects, and how can we fix that to make it better. I already gave my idea for it, and I explain it. Like, I think that's that if they put that in place, I think it would have made the game a lot better, and storytelling would be a lot better. And then they can add in like funny stuff and little jokes and stuff here and there, but at least the overall like arc of the story, from the prologue to the beginning and towards like whatever, it would have been a way better journey, a much more likable character, and actually having a character that actually can speak right, and speak English and know how to talk properly. Not some garbage ass bullshit like fuck and cussing every 10 minutes, 5 minutes, every 2 minutes. It's annoying. I don't want that. And also, last but not least, Ubisoft, let me know what you think about Far Cry 7. Is Far Cry 7 for you is going to be your last game? Because it certainly is going to be my last game. If they don't do it right, this is going to be my last Far Cry game. All right, I already tried out 6. I didn't like it. I uninstalled it. I'm never going to play that game again. Not playing it. I don't give a fuck what they do with it. I'm not playing it. I'm only playing between 2 and 5. That's it. Those are my Far Cry games. 6 is a no. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see in a Far Cry 7. What you like, what you don't like, what you want in the game. What do you want them to do? Go back to their roots like in Far Cry 2? Should they go back to Far Cry 3 roots? Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about Far Cry 7? Your thoughts, your opinion. I really don't care about the multiplayer because we know the multiplayer is going to be garbage anyway. So that's not an issue with me. But other than that, that's all I got for you. That's all I got for you this week. So tune in next week for another weekly trash talk. But of course, as your host, I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and like, share, and comment the video below. Thanks, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.